everyone, and welcome back to Modern Skyblock 3. Since the last time, I've done some work, as you can probably tell already, just by looking around here. So, I've made a bunch of different machines here, none of which I will use in this episode, most likely, but I've also made these four. These are the four that I need to make the plastic. The HDPE pellets used to make rods to make the plastic, which you need to move on in the quest line. That's really all that I'm, focusing on for the moment. Because other than, like, some building blocks, plastic doesn't have much use. But, looking through here, all of these have been completed. The dense plastic quest line is really all I need. So, I made a crusher. I don't know why that's incomplete. You crush saplings or stuff to make biofuel, and you put the biofuel through a machine and water through a different machine, and you put them both into here, and you make substrate, and you put the substrate back into here, and you get the plastic. It's a very long process, kind of, but not really. So we can get to that in a second. In other progress, this room is now an actual room. So, that's pretty cool. Same style as this room here. So that's, it is what it is. And once we move into this room, I will change up the style. It won't be too different. It'll still probably be factory block kind of esque. But I don't want to just use the same style for every single room, because then it gets kind of old kind of fast. So I want it to be different, but not like too different. So there's that. And coming up here, I have made some progress on tree breeding. Most notably, I was able to get to the sweet chestnut tree and get a chestnut. So that's pretty cool. But I've bred some other trees. I'm trying to get coast sequoia right now. My goal is to get all of them. That isn't a part of any quest line, it's just kind of a personal goal, so that I can, use all the wood types whenever I want. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Anyway, I want to be able to finish the mechanism quest line in this episode by getting the 16 plastic that I need to move on. So, I have to set up the pipeline I need to go from, well, the crusher doesn't need it, but this definitely does. This definitely does, and this definitely does. I think it's I can check actually, hang on. Pellets. Substrate is biofuel with hydrogen and water. Okay, that's pretty easy. The water I can get. And then the substrate, this makes ethylene. So then you take the ethylene and combine it with more water. That's not what you do. Then you do this. Oxygen and liquid ethylene makes the HDPE pellets, and you get the liquid ethylene from the rotary condensator. So yeah, it's a long process, but first thing I need to do is hook up all the pipes. I have power coming in through the back, so I may change that to the bottom because that'll probably be easier for me to run stuff through. And I may set up another, one of those fluid pump things just to have infinite water, but we'll see. I will start making some of the biofuel, and I will get water and stuff set up for these machines to run. Alright, well, it may look like a lot has actually happened. You'd be right. Set up this fluid pump here, the same one that we've used over there, and just over there, I think. Makes sense. This thing is loud. I should muffle it. I need to muffle all of these machines. So I have the fluid pump set up here. The crusher isn't attached to anything automation-wise, just because I didn't really need it for that long. I was able to make the 4 stacks of biofuel that I need. Each one is just a sapling, or 1 sapling makes 2. And because of all the mini tree farms I've set up over in that building, I had so many saplings to spare. I just burned up 2 stacks of vanilla saplings, got the 4 stacks of biofuel. So, there is one thing I haven't really or I didn't automate, and that would be the transference of the ethylene from, no, I did. I automated the ethylene output. I didn't automate the substrate output from here into here. So I guess I can do that soon. But what basically happens here is the water goes from this into the electrolytic separator, where it makes hydrogen and oxygen, and to this PRC, where it's needed for the first reaction to make the substrate. The hydrogen goes into here. The oxygen is carried into this PRC. In between these two PRCs is a rotary condensator, which takes the ethylene that this outputs, turns it into liquid ethylene, and then puts it into here so that this can react. So once I add the biofuel into here, this will kick into action and make noise, of course. But this will make a substrate and a bit of ethylene. That ethylene should be output into this machine. It's not being output. That's a problem, because I need it. Okay. Why aren't you working? This kind of annoys me, right? Output. Is that what I needed? Yeah, there it is. Now this is making noise. So the ethylene is turned into liquid ethylene, and that should move into here. There's no transfer sides here, so it's probably an issue for here. Fluids. No, it's on the right side. You're just not going out. I don't know why that is. Okay. Well, we're making substrate, so that's good. This just needs to get the liquid ethylene out of here. Can I try the top? Is this the right thing? Yeah. Top doesn't work. That's okay. And the back, the front, both don't work. Okay. So I have it set to the right side, which means that there's something wrong with the PRC here. My fluid side. What if I just set all of these to fluid? That's gonna not break the gas like I thought it would. Okay. It's either none or fluid. If I set it to none, then it doesn't connect at all. So that's not what I want. If I set it to fluid, then it's not going in. I don't know why that is. And this thing is really loud. Should back away for a second. I don't know why that would be doing that. That's bad, because I need that liquid ethylene into here. But if it doesn't move correctly, then I don't know how I'm supposed to get it there. And this is out of water because I didn't flip that switch, but that's okay. Hydrogen and oxygen are the least of my worries right now. I don't know why this isn't working. I will get it sorted, and I'll automate item inputs, assuming I can get even this to work. Alright, well I may not have been able to find a way of actually automating this outputting into here, for whatever reason. I was able to make a basic fluid tank, stick that into the output, fill it with ethylene, put it over here, use this configurator, set the bottom to auto output, and then it works. I don't understand why this thing can't output correctly, but whatever. I'll do what I can. So, I didn't automate the output of items either, just because it's not really worth it at this point. But I can output some, or I can get some HDPE pellets now, and I can make the first plastic. I need 8 to begin with. That'll get me 1. The good thing about this setup here, though, is that it's also completely automated. Let me break this real quick, so it triggers the quest. Can you do that? Thank you. That's what I wanted to see. It's completely automated, so if I ever do decide that I want to use plastic blocks instead of just concrete for whatever reason, I have that option, which is pretty nice, I think. Well, I can come over here, make 4 HDPE rods, and then make 2 plastic. And that's 1/8 of the way to the mechanism, or not to the mechanism, but this, to Space and Beyond, being completed. So that's pretty cool. I didn't have to spend too much time with that, but it's nice to be able to, if I want. I can make more plastic anytime, just by setting this up correctly. So, I will let this run its course, and it will finish eventually over time. So that's pretty cool. If I need more of the liquid ethylene, I can get it, but I don't know if I will, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much at this point in time. Anyway, what I would love to do next, beyond belief, is check... Actually, I would want to put this stuff back, but I can do that later. I want to check my mana pool here. Does it have enough? It does not. Can't say I'm surprised. What I would love to do is go to Embers. Because Embers is, you know, still back here. And it unlocks two very important quest lines that I really just want Ender IO for. I just want Ender IO, man. It's such a good mod. But I can't get there yet. So, all because of Murian and TerraSteel. And me being a smart guy and not automating this faster than I already have. But that's okay. This setup will work. It'll get me there eventually. But I can't do Embers yet, because I don't have 64 Murian. I'm 1 TerraSteel away from 64 Murian. Been grinding that off camera. 1 TerraSteel away, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. Because now, I'm able to do chickens. We got the bee collector stuff a couple episodes ago, I think. And now we can move on to this, which I am happy for. Mainly for this stuff, actually, dye chickens. Because I need dyes at a reliable rate, and flower farms, while they're useful, they're not automatic. At least I haven't made one automatic yet. So I would love to be able to get that stuff quickly, at least more quickly than I already am. So that's why chickens is next. Oh yes. We're already up to 8. We're already halfway there on the plastic, which is pretty cool. So, chickens. Haven't used these yet, because when I've previously played modded, the chicken, like, line of ores didn't exist. I played Agricraft and Unabridged, and I've used magical crops before, but that's all the way down here. Which makes sense, because it's ridiculously good as a mod. But until then, we have chickens. So, we can start this off with a chicken catcher, and we have to dye eggs. And that gets you dyed chickens. That will take a lot of grinding. So, I don't really want to focus on that right now, because it will take a lot of grinding. So, what I do want to focus on is these 4 things here. The chicken catcher, whatever this thing is, a roost, and a roost collector thing. So, how do I make this stuff? I have no idea. Never used this before. There are a lot of chickens. There's also a funway chick. I don't know what it... He's firework rockets. There is a tungsten steel chicken. There's even a conductive iron chicken. Which... Can I even get conductive iron at this point? It's Ender IO. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, chicken catcher is an egg, a stick, and a feather. That's pretty easy. And lucky for me, I'm really glad I did this when I did, because I have eggs, and I have feathers. For free, and I didn't have to sit and wait and grind for them, because I already made a farm. I didn't even make that farm with the knowledge of how this mod works, and with that in mind, I just made it because I wanted eggs faster. And now I have all of this stuff. And it's amazing. So, I need a chicken breeder, I need a roost, and I need to give a vanilla chicken a book. Well, how do I make the roost? It's wood and hay, the breeder is wood and seed with hay, and the collector is wood, hopper, and a shulker box. Shulker box, huh? I don't think I can make that at the moment. No, it's just a chest. Okay, good. It was like, shulker box. It's kind of expansive, don't you think? Okay, well, I will get those 4 things. I'll get the 3 things crafted, and I'll make the book. And I'll find a chicken somewhere, or I can use one of those guys. So we can start getting the smart chickens, and by now, hopefully the plastic is done. It won't be done, but I can hope. It's actually pretty close. One more. Here we go. Now it's done. Ah, yes. 16 HEP rods, 16 plastic. Oh, yes. Quest book, Space and Beyond, claim. That's what I'm talking about. This is... I've looked at this before, this quest line. What is this? Why are there so many rockets? I don't understand. Like, what the heck is this thing? It's just so weird looking. There's even more machines. I have to go to Mars and make dash. It's crazy. It's very, very crazy stuff. But that's not what we're doing now. I'll get the stuff crafted for my chickens, my precious chickens, and we can see what happens next. Alright, everything has been crafted up. I use the chicken catcher because you need one for this thing. It's really strange, but until then, you have a chicken, you have a book. Now you have a smart chicken. What do you do, Mr. Smart Chicken? You lay an egg in 1 minute. Well, I guess I need you, right? It's just weird, it just pops it off. And then there's a chicken. Well, I already have all 4 of these done. Or, I can count. That's why I'm a smart chicken. Okay. So, we have all of this stuff done already, which is very nice indeed. And once we get those die chickens made, we can start breeding a lot of chickens. So many chickens. I don't know how I want to store them, because I'll probably want to get large quantities of some of them, like the ore-based chickens. I'll want a lot of, I think. And even some of these, like glass. If there's a glass chicken. Oh, yes, there is. I would love a glass chicken. Or just some way of automating glass reliably. And you know what? If I had Embers done, I could unlock Industrial Revolution, which has a stonework factory, which just can make glass for free. But I can't have that yet. It's just so annoying. But it's okay. It's okay. We can get through this. We can get through this. What the heck? B sample? Interesting. But I mean, some of these, like a topaz chicken, I don't need. Lava chicken, not that important. So, it just depends. I mean, like, I'd want to have a lot of them on a... What does this do, by the way? I can get eggs. That's great. So I want to have, like, a lot of them stored in some places, but not a lot stored in others, so... I don't know. For the ones that I want to store in... Actually, okay, here's a good idea. For the ones that I want to store in small quantities, I was thinking of building, like, a barn type thing, like, sort of in this area. Just like a normal regular barn, so I can have the small quality chicken, not quality, the small quantity chickens here, and here, you know, just a small amount, and then around the back of the barn I could have like some compact machines that I just fill completely with the types of chickens that I want a lot of. I think that's a good idea, and that's probably what I'll go with. I think that makes the most sense to do, so that's probably what I'll end up doing. While we're at it, I'm going to wander the forest here. We can check on this thing. You done? It's like halfway. Will this be enough or not? Stuff isn't, probably not, but we'll see. Maybe it is. Maybe. Come on, you're so close. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's over. It's done now. Alright. It's time to unlock Embers. At a really inconvenient time since I just started chickens. But that's okay. Do I have an iron ingot? Of course not. But, does it matter right now? Absolutely not. Because I have Mana Steel stored down here anyway from loot bags. This is happening. Okay. Grab this random Mana Steel. And then not put it where it's supposed to go. Just living that life right now. Living that full inventory life. Put those down, and this will start going. I can throw out half of this stuff because I don't need it at all. This chance pendant, magenta balloons, heavy plated shield. No need. This will make me Terra Steel. I already have the other stuff I need except for glass in here. I don't know why I didn't put glass in there, but, you know, whatever. They're like fading in and out. I don't know why that is, but anyway, Terra Steel. That's beautiful. Come down here, we can grab a piece of glass. Or 4 pieces of glass. Or no pieces of glass, as the case may be. Well, I have 2 sand and glass here, so that's what that's going to be. Let's get this stuff. Do I need? I think I do need 4. Maybe I only need 1. I think it's just 1. That's okay. I'll put in 4 anyway. Aha. 1 Terra Steel, 1 Cobalt, 1 Elementium, 1 Mana Steel. Put all these in here. Yeah, it's too much glass. That's okay. I'll take the Mirian, or the extra glass. Put the Mirian on the bottom. Drain it into there. It is happening! Finally! So long. So much waiting for this Mirian. I finally have it. I can finally grab the other 60 Mirian, and I can rip off 4 of the Chaos Pylons that I'm not using anymore. Where are they? There they are. Can just snag them from over here, because like this guy doesn't even have a furnace thing attached to it. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore. I don't need... Oh, no. Well, you're not being used for anything. But you had coal in you. That's okay. I don't need you anymore. Oh, yes. Come over here to Embers. Submit claim. It is done. Embers questline activated. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy right now. We can do this at some point. Probably do chickens first. Oh, chickens will be the next episode. Embers can be the episode after that. And with that, I'm going to leave this here. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed, leave a comment with any feedback you have for me, and I'll see all of you later. Bye.